Hey, good morning. Check it out. So there's actually an interesting story here. Let me see if I can bring this up over here. Okay, so my man Christopher Leon Johnson. Um, there is some new developments. So let's talk about this for a second. So the thing is that he recently covered. Let's see if it's on his YouTube. It might be. The Jessica Ramos. Okay, so Jessica Ramos. Let me just give you a quick background on who Jessica Ramos is. Okay, and I have to give a props to what's his name, Christopher Leon Johnson, for I really wouldn't know her as I do without his really intervention, right? So okay, so this is Jessica Ramos. She's actually a state senator. She's actually the chair of the Committee on Labor. So the thing is that I actually met her when went to the Amazon Labor Party, and she's actually for the Amazon Labor Union, which is kind of cool, right? She's close to a lot of unions and therefore wields a significant amount of political power. She's actually on the short list for running for mayor, right? So the thing is that there's, let's see over here, did he post it yet? He may have posted it somewhere else. He posted it actually, posts too much material, man. Okay, it has not. I don't think it's hit here yet. I think maybe we'll post it on the Instagram. There's actually testimony from there's testimony that says that let's see, accusing her of stealing data or something like that, which is interesting. Okay, yeah, this is also interesting. He says that he has a hearing. He says I think it's in person there. I think he may have heard at some point it was online. I'm not really sure exactly what's going on. I'm not sure that he wants me there, but okay. Where is the... okay. There was actually a post where he has... okay, let me see if he's here. Where he posted actually footage from City Hall, the latest public safety meeting, where they actually identified that there was somebody had testimony saying that someone had stolen something from their office or something like that. And you know, these people are playing a pretty grimy game right here. Yeah, they're playing this power game to try to you know, stick a fork in each other, and it's kind of bloody out here. So the thing is that there's other people, right, that go to these candidates saying, help me, right? Look at what's happening to what's his name, Trump. Look at what's happening to right, and I'm not saying that he's totally innocent for whatever people say is, but the indictments, the way that these are politically charged. We look at the what's going on with you know, Ramos. Like, I think that there's, right, because you think about running for mayor, I think there's a political element to this particular recent attack. So it's not there. Let's go look on his actual Facebook. Hopefully I'll be able to get him in to talk on this particular issue, but it should also be available for the footage from New York City Council. But I'd like to really try to show the value of following this particular creator. I mean, this content, you know, and another thing that's interesting about this was how did, you know, Christopher Leon Johnson know to go to that particular event, right? Did he know there was something going to happen there? Because if you watch the footage, it's like completely freaking deserted in there. So maybe he knew something was going to pop off, maybe he didn't, right? But to him to just go to a random public safety event, like, why, right? There's also a possibility he maybe went to see if, because I had actually encouraged people like K. Marie Presley to go there and bring her issue. She's actually under attack from the not-for-profit industrial complex. So that's one place that I had recently told her to go to seek justice. So, okay. Let's see. There may be even posts of this on, okay, Jessica Ramos. There may be posts about this going on, right? Okay. I doubt she'll talk about it. Maybe she will. I'm under attack. I bet you she just won't mention it. That's politics, right? Okay. Let's just look it up. Jessica Ramos. Public safety hearing. Because I think this is significant news. It may not even be out yet. They may not even have... This is just came in. So, where is that? No, it's not unemployment. Okay, it is. Is it on for immediate release? In response to what? In response to the charges against her? 11/29? No, I think that's too. It happened. Mental health crisis. Yeah, she's also pushing the mental health. I'm not really happy. Treatment, not jail. I understand that the impetus behind this. I'm telling you right now, do not trust the medical. There's another discussion going on within the within this NYCHA group right here, which I'm actually challenging. Where is that? That's actually Dan Chavez's group. I wonder if I'm gonna get to survive in there. We're gonna see. What is it? NYCHA regulatory? I think NYCHA something. NYCHA something. Some group. Okay. We pay rent now. Fix it. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, this is actually. Oh yeah, new form of apartheid. Yeah, that's my wording. I was like, who's using that wording? Okay. Here she talks about a man who actually ended up asking for help, then ended up killing this lady. She's so frustrated, right? But they're asking for. Did they delete my? I wouldn't be surprised. Okay. Mental health is on the rise. I can't just tell who isn't being affected, right? But I'm challenging that, right? Yeah, even though we killed this lady, I know it's not good, right? But we say mental health, but the poverty, the blackballing, the deepening of the poverty leads to predictable consequences, right? Mental health is a tool of the rich to deny us justice and to sedate us into conformity instead of addressing the real situation, right? They will actually exclude us, push us into poverty, right? Commit unfair acts upon us, not talk about what's unfair, not talk about what's, the consequences of that, and they'll take the Native American Indian, put them on a reservation, right? Starve them all the resources, take their land, rape their women, right? Yeah, kill off 99% of the population, and then tell them that they need mental health. I've worked as a health professional in many regards, so they celebrate the dead and ignore the living. The message is now safe will not condemn those in power. When people lose hope, what's next? Mental health, pay a doctor, right? But no money or opportunity for the poor, just more treatments. It's corrupt things that cause the opioid crisis. That's true. So when we go back to talking about this Ramos situation, maybe put it on his Facebook. That's also very possible, right? So let's look over here. Okay. I think Facebook is Christopher Leon Johnson's main way of... he's got a bunch of platforms. That's another reason why I stopped putting on so many platforms. Like, people want to be on all the platforms, and I get that. There's pluses to that too, but keeping everything updated and, sometimes it loaded one place and not another. For some reason, Ying Tan never responds to my emails or anything. So, Christopher Leon Johnson, I respect his work. Seems to be other things going on in the background, but he doesn't really owe me anything, so he can do what he wants. So he still has my support just on the basis of his work, right? I don't think I'm being told everything, but that's okay. But once again, a very valuable source to see. I learned about Ying Tan not from Ying Tan, right, but from Christopher Leon Johnson, which I appreciate. I just want to know what's going on. Where is the, oh, really? Okay. But this looks like, it doesn't look like it was taken by, yeah, this is taken by Marnie, right? It's not taken by Christopher. Okay. Maybe we'll get him to bring him on and talk about that. We'll see. There's also, he's been making, going on a spree of these donations, right? I think he even said something as serious as making $10,000 in donations to different candidates and causes across the spectrum of politics here in New York. That's very powerful, especially at a local level. He may be one of the top contributors. As in terms of influence, now there's different ways that donations can go down, right? You can help them to meet certain metric requirements, right? Sometimes they'll say you need to have X amount of contributions of this amount before you can qualify for, right? Before you can qualify for funding. Now this is very interesting that he's donating to Teachers Unified to End Gun Violence, because one of the things that Christopher Leon Johnson very vocally attacks our gun violence organizations. He accuses them often of being corrupt. So it's strange to see him donating money to them, but maybe it's real. Maybe they're the good ones. I'm quite interested to understand that. But even from a larger perspective, like he's giving these small donations, $10, $3. Are they really counting this? Is this really something, right? They could have a small donation to pump up the number of donations, right? That's one metric that's counted. There's also like the amount, right? But do you think Catalina Cruz will really actually have? Does Christopher Leon Johnson like? I'm not. Let me look up Catalina Cruz. I'm not sure. I know there's some politicians that he can't. He used to say he doesn't like Carlina Rivera, but now he seems to like Carlina Rivera. So I find it a little. Okay, this is Carlina Cruz. Okay, I don't think he. Does he like Catalina Cruz? I thought he didn't like Catalina Cruz. That's what I thought. Maybe he does. It's strange. I mean, look at what she's about, right? Yeah, I do think I remember her going against Catalina Cruz. Director of Andrew Cuomo's Exploited Task Force. Andrew Cuomo's, is she actually part of Andrew Cuomo's deal? Volunteer Assistant Attorney General for Cuomo? Yeah, she's from Cuomo's, clique, yeah. Is this part of, is the Catalina Cruz thing part of, a One City Rising? Like, right? These aren't even to candidates. These are to not-for-profits, right? So, also Christopher Leon Johnson does a lot of work covering these on-the-ground events, right? Yeah, a lot. Like, maybe he won't, right? We've never really covered where the money comes from, right? Maybe he won the lotto. Maybe, right? Maybe the candidates are used, right? There was something, what's his name? William. I was actually asked to, let me take a look. For my upcoming protest for Cornell West, there's actually, where's Joanne? Oh my god, see, this is the problem. Like, now I gotta, remember, where I talked to Joanne on. Was it, Instagram? Did I talk to her on Facebook? Did I talk to her through email? Did I talk to her through Messenger? Oh my god, yeah? Okay, let me see if I can find this. Was it William something? There's a, district leader that, I think she recommended speak at the upcoming protest that I have coming up. Maybe I could, let me see if I'm out of here. William Smith. It is William Smith. But he looks Spanish, that's why. I thought William Smith, but then, about to show you right now. Okay. It's loading, right? Yeah, I haven't even, okay, William Smith. This is William Smith right here, right? Does this, right, this looks more like an Ortega or something like that, right? Does this look like a Smith to you? I mean, it's a little weird, but, look, I ain't mad, right? Yeah? I would assume Smith was a white name. What do you think? Might be slave name, right? Yeah? Right? He looks Latino, light-skinned, but he might actually be black. Who knows? Right? They might be mixed, so I'm not sure how he got this last name Smith, but, okay. Yeah, at first I thought Smith, and I was like, wait a minute, this guy doesn't look like a Smith. Okay, well, I guess he is a Smith, so whatever. William Smith should be speaking at the event, interestingly enough. Or it will be invited. I gotta reach out to him. Did I reach out to him yet? I don't know if there's a lot of cats that are not really talking to me. Oh, you know who's going to talk to me today who's very interesting? Ben Yee. So I might be able to ask him some of these questions. But I'd love to hear from Christopher Leon Johnson, because someone that donates $10,000, right, at some point should be strategic in some way. But William Smith was actually accused, right, of being a straw donor, I think. Because I like to look up people. So as a straw donor, how bad is that, right? He's being accused, right, that nothing was proven, but they said, oh, you know what, you donated a whole bunch of money to, probably, I think 2 Gs might be the max. You donated money to Mayor Adams' campaign, so, you know, for some reason we don't trust it, or, you know, your whole family donated like the max 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. This guy's trying to become a guy in the Democrat Party, so his family's going to support him, right? Yeah. And, you know, and a lot of candidates, by the way, engage in this kind of like giving each other money at the max to help them meet these numbers and requirements, right? Like I was talking about earlier. If you have 50 donors at, you know, $1,000, then you proceed to this next tier where you qualify for these certain things, and your candidacy gets legitimized in certain ways, and you can start to get support in different ways, right? From different funding agencies, or programs that actually reimburse people through public funding of elections and other mechanisms like that. So I'm very interested to learn from Christopher Leon Johnson if he's actually giving this money in a strategic way, and what ties these donations together, if he's really pushing them to achieve larger overall goals, or if he's supporting certain, you see him with the Republicans, you see him, is he at any Democrat events? I think he might be. He was actually cheering quite hard for Harvey Epstein at the county committee meeting. It's hard to tell exactly what's going on here, but at 10,000, right, he gets invited to a lot of things, things that I understand that he can't always necessarily invite me to because people don't like me, but is it because of the $10,000 that and has he donated $10,000 before? So, you know, just very interested to learn more, because I never thought I don't have money like that, so there's no way I could compete on that level, but I've always wondered how, the little donations that I made, I ended up, and Chris Johnson goes to these things. He goes to these holiday parties, right? Okay, let's go back there again. Where's the, with Ying Tan? So, you know, I think she had a whole bunch of hot dogs on the, like, I'm not even just trying to be like, you know, say hot dogs because it's kind of like, you know, snarky, but, okay, they're giving out toys and stuff, and, I think there was also an event where they're giving out like hot dogs and stuff, like at a holiday party, at the New York Republicans holiday party, Asian Republicans. I mean, y'all can't invite me? Goddamn, bro. Like, come on, man. You know, don't worry, the duopoly, the Democrats and the Republicans are in, and the third party, you know, are in chef's kiss. Yeah, they're in fucking solidarity on excluding me. Like, fucking, what a feeling, yeah. What a fucking feeling. So, look, Chris, are they taking the money and they're paying for consultants and they're buying hot dogs? So that's why, like, I stopped kind of like really donating money to campaigns. I actually volunteer myself, and I see how the money's being spent. And I can just buy things the campaign needs, right? I can buy signs for them, I can buy tools for them, and I'll just donate those things for what I think they need. I don't want to pay for someone to eat a fucking hot dog, you know what I mean? And the toys, and I mean, that's cute and stuff. I mean, maybe the consultants, they figure out what it works, right? So, these are the Asian Republicans. Looking who's here. Okay. You know, I'm not a party loyalist. I know, like, my stance on supporting trans people and stuff. Maybe that's the reason why I was excluded, right? I'm fucking Asian American, Ying Tan. Like, come on. They don't want me interacting with the community, right? It's kind of sad. This lady looks familiar. I've seen her before. It's good to see who's there. Bernard Chow. Yeah, he came on for an interview, so I appreciate that, yeah. At least I'm not 100% cut out, right? There's some minimum level of interaction, but I just find this kind of, I'm gonna start watching this, yeah? Like, look, I'm gonna give them a chance, but I'm gonna start following them and try to attend the events on my own. I think to a certain extent I maybe be trying to be used to an extent. It's possible, but I can't blame that. People got to use it. They got to use what's available to them, and I'm a resource, so it is what it is. But okay, maybe it's because I'm acting a little loopy nowadays. That's also. I can't say that they're necessarily wrong to be protecting their sources and stuff. The stuff I'm going through is really making me deeply unhappy. Oh, are these the hot dogs? See, there's a bunch of hot dogs there, right? Not ham. Oh, they have lo mein and stuff. Okay, so there's Chinese food too. Chinese food and hot dogs and pumpkin pie. It looks like okay. So more Chinese food. Yeah, Chinese. You have some Chinese food. That makes sense. It says Asian. I think it's really more Chinese. Right? I don't see any other. I'm gonna try to email. I'm gonna start including Bernard and Ying Tan on these emails about like the David O thing, and ask if there's a way we can make this happen. They may even be shutting down, right? My attempts to connect with David O, the Republican Korean American candidate from Pennsylvania. They may be trying to shut it down, which is interesting. So the leadership, right, doesn't want someone out here interrupting the party with actually other ideas. So who knows what that is? Maybe it's Asian Wave Alliance that's keeping me out. Who knows? I would really love to find that footage that Christopher Leon Johnson has of the Jessica Ramos situation. I just don't see it. Maybe we'll bring him on later. I don't know if he's kind of... once you show that you have money, a lot of people start running at you and start asking for it, and I'm not going to do that, Chris, so... I don't know if maybe he's just busy, but... I am very interested because that's one aspect of this whole campaign game that was never really accessible to me because I just didn't have fucking oodles of cash to like fucking dump on the system. And when I donated small amounts to candidates, I always felt disappointed. Right? I still could possibly do it, but I always got disappointed. This is part of the machine, right? Yeah, paid to... Right, he's paid by the he's doing to the not-for-profits. Then he's also attending the not-for-profits and covering them for an amazing amount, right? Yeah, in a way that is just gotta respect the even if he is paid by others, right? 8,000 videos, 8,000, yo. This guy is highly prolific. When did he start? Let's take a look at that, right? 6 years ago, 8,000. MLM junkies, multi-layer marketing. Okay, interesting, yeah. Yo, Chris looks different back then, right? Yeah. Okay. Credico. I worked so many jobs. Oh, so he worked for the MLM. Okay. Multi-level marketing, I think. Yeah. He's talked about that before. Okay, so... Oh, so he used to look out for homeless people on the train. That's cool. So, you know what? Actually, I have not really dug into the past here. Are those Palestinian flags on the wall? He also covers a lot of Israel events. And, I'm encouraged to back up off the... but, apparently he does support, though, right? And this is over 5 years for him to do that. That seems a long time, right? I'm interested. Well, let's see. Okay, so when does he really head into this non-stop God money? Okay. So he's already producing a good amount. Then he's just doing his regular life of his bowling. That's cool. And then when does he go on this, start this political journey? Came out of Target. Okay. Do the right thing. Yeah, that's cool. So he's just, an honest guy trying to power my country through those various campaigns. Okay. So 2 years ago, right, we had... Was there a gap? 3 years... Okay, so he's producing... At 3 years, he's producing quite a bit, right? Okay. When did he start again? Was it 3 years ago? It was more than 3 years ago. So there's been a gap, right? 6 years, 6 years, and then... Also, by the way, YouTube, right? sometimes doesn't show certain videos. They definitely do that for me. So it's possible there's other ones that are seeding in here that YouTube is just not showing us. So 3 years it starts to pick up, but it's not really political. Okay. What I'm really trying to see now is there any tie to any machinery here, right? Yeah. So he starts to connect over here, and okay. He probably starts pouring one. Small donations matter. Okay, interesting. Maybe he's going to talk about it right now. Interesting.
Alright, what's up? Chris here. So, headed home now. Skipping work today. Great time at work. Just relaxing my day. You know, I'm about 12 hours right now. It's kind of a great time for 12 hours. Real beautiful weather out. Real beautiful weather. You know what I'm saying? Last night, I saw the pictures and photos and video, what do you want to call it, right? The images, right? I was at a Dipper Wilderness event last night, right? To her campaign open event. It was a great event that was set up. I missed the first hour and a half because I was at work yesterday. So I saw I was at work yesterday, and so I missed like an hour and a half worth of.
The guy's a fucking legend. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, 2 years ago, right? Yeah, let's see what he has to say.
The little candidate could run for office without being backed up by these like corrupt heavy hitters, right? So you see that with a lot of campaigns on the federal level, like Congress and Senate, where like you have to raise pound for pound. So that's why you see all the power players pump $10,000 out to the campaign because you can't match it, right? Unless you get a benefactor to match the money. But
that's exactly, Chris. That's exactly my feeling. He's walked down this path. Very interesting, right? Yeah. Now he's donated $10,000. I wonder what his strategy is. Let's see. Maybe we'll talk about it more.
On a local level, with the help of these new city guidelines, you can turn a dollar to $9. You can turn 10 to 90. You can turn like what's 100.
He's absolutely right. This is a money cranking machine, and the candidates will run repeatedly to transform the money to gear up for a battle down the road. They actually learned how to use the system to crank the money and keep the money and use it for later. So the campaigns are not always even real. Sometimes the campaigns are fake and just meant to like drive money for later. But yeah, these huge donors. I also have been to events like Carolyn Maloney's when the big shots show up and they have a huge amount of entitlement, and I get it. But you can see that there's a difference in the way that small donors are treated versus big donors. So very interesting to see. And I get it, right? You got like this whole room of people that spend like $10,000 each. They're going to be treated, and they're going to have like the catering and all. It's a completely different experience. And if you're a nobody, right, and you try to walk into that room like myself, and you will be kicked out. That's happened to me before too. Anyway, let's go.
So $900.
Are you trying to advocate for people in need and help, right? Yeah, to these rich people. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, that's exactly what happens to you, right in front of the politicians. And the politicians shut the fuck up because they want the money. So they're like, get the fuck out too. Well, they don't say it, right? They have their staff do it, but it's fucked up. Anyways, let's see. So yeah, exactly. So you're around enough these events to see these things, Chris. I know. Let's see. Interesting.
And that's the power of matching funds. And I was really emotional last night. Really happy last night for Dimple. I'm so proud of Dimple for that happening last night. I didn't expect that to be that big. It was a big office, and I was surprised that was a big stage. You know what I'm saying? Myself,
Exactly. Start to see how your money's being spent, right? There's a big stage. Like, where did that, like what? It's interesting, right? Yes, sometimes things come unexpected, exactly like I said before, right? You donate your money, and then you're like, well, is this where my money went? Right? Buying hot dogs? I'm like, that's not really, I get it, right? I'm not saying, they got to have some, if you really trust that person, you got to help them too, right? They're doing the best they can. So you can just help them, and, you can't really dictate everything. I've seen too many money wasted on just going to ineffective meetings and buying pizza, like for DSA. Anyways,
small donor. I'm a real small donor. I don't make a lot of money. I wish I did. I'm a security guard. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a little security guard that work for Ally Universal. I'm doing security 8 years. So I wish I could donate more money, but the problem is they match like $1,000. But you know what I mean? The small donations count. Cause I donate a lot to a campaign. I'm not saying a lot, but I donate so many times to a campaign. You know, I think I lost count. You know what I'm saying? Like 50 times. But yeah, like I hear the video this week says, like, you know, donations count. Like the money you donate to these campaigns really count for the little. You know what I'm saying? The real power of you know, grassroots, you know, organizing, grassroots of outreach. It pulls off. It pulled off perfectly because, you know, the power players was there. You know, certain power players was there. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna name names, but certain power players was there. You know.
I do have a question for Christopher Leon Johnson. Another thing is that I was in the event with him, and he said that UFAD is a real grassroots organization. But I feel quite I don't really agree with that, right? Because of you know, if you look at UFAD, let's take a look at UFAD right now. UFAD, whatever. Look, I'm not gonna call him that, right? Yeah, I think what happened is that UFAD, okay. This guy again, oh my god, 2022, okay. Yeah, Ryan from UFAD, oh my fucking god. He gets to be somebody, it's fucking disgusting. Okay, let's go. Boston, New York City, okay. Is there a New York version? Let's take a look, because they are national. Okay. Surfside Gardens, okay. They got an Asian they're trying to push now. It may be actually UFED. It might be for real, yeah. The way they're trying to control the narrative and pick and choose who's up there. And the way that they adapt to certain conditions on the ground and try to change the narrative. Or it just might be their management. Okay, so here there's stuff in Boston that's UFED, okay, but the one in New York, right? The New York has their own brand. No, Dare to Struggle. That's the one I'm thinking about. Dare to Struggle. UFED also is problematic. Okay, no, he said UFED. Sometimes I mix up the organizations because they're both like highly white organizations. They got the black people in the picture. They're UFED once again, right? When I went down, it was some white guy, Ryan. So it's this kind of like college, right? Yeah, they stick the attendance in here, which is decent, I guess. Yeah, but they also. I'm just actually thinking now. I'm actually thinking a lot about UFAD is actually this white guy Ryan, some Chinese chick. I do have them in another video. Yeah, look, you're invited onto the show to have a discussion. Something. Why can't you have a discussion? In fact, He said that Christopher Leon Johnson said that he feels like UFAD is a real organization. Dare to Struggle actually only has done one Mia thing, and then also they went to public housing. UFAD actually is from Boston. I think that's where the headquarters are, and they've been playing buddy-buddy with Sabby Sabs. And to protect that relationship, they're actually blackballed everything that I'm doing and have shut down work with myself and other people that I'm, around. We could work together, but they're purposefully not returning my... In fact, let me just send them a message right now. I actually have videos on my channel me trying to reach out to these people. Let's do it again. I'm ready to actually... I should probably show those again, but... What makes this a real grassroots organization, Chris? I mean... Because he's black, right? Yeah, like I'm gonna tell you dead truth. These progressives, okay, there's a hierarchy, and because the blacks have more political power, right? Yeah, they are catered to, but the others with less political power, like Asian Americans and the disabled, we are completely fucking ignored. Completely. I'm not saying the progressives are necessarily taking blacks either. They're exploiting them in many ways, and misusing and abusing them. So it's not all like, oh, they're in a great spot where, in this horrible spot. In some ways it's nice to be overlooked by their, abusive, fucking exploitative asses, but there's also real problems from not getting redressment or acknowledgement for anything. response. Who's from Boston? Okay. Let's make this whole screen, okay. I reached this organization several times. We're going to show the evidence of that as well. I've never gotten a response. I'm a first public housing advocate between UFED and Savvy Sabs. Let's go and get the screenshots of the other messages that I sent them. So, look, I've seen Christopher Leon Johnson say these people are real. I've seen him also at the Youth Against Displacement. I wonder if Youth Against Displacement is tied to United Front Against Displacement. But these people, once again, are not having a conversation with myself. I demand a conversation. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna actually show this right here. Okay. This right here is UFED. This is the phone number at UFED. What's up? It's DJ Elf7, okay? That's in March 25th. Let's look up this number right here. We're about to give it a call. Is it after 9 o'clock? Yep. Okay, let's call them up. I hit them multiple times, right? Yeah. They've never responded ever, right? Yeah. UFED's working with Savvy, aka Revolution Blackout, who are George's underlings. I'm telling you right now, I've been telling my people that's sent in September, yeah? Right, UFED, right, yeah? Safe, right, free stuff given out. They're not responding. They do not want to co-work on anything. Okay? You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to make a separate video about UFED right now and post this into my public housing group and show them what's up. Yeah, let's do